Wow, they were really thirsty.
Do you know?
Yes?
The stupid plastic bottles were teasing me. They say we think we're so very special.
Oh dear, they're just jealous. Well, we are indeed quite special. Let me put it like this. A long time ago, when nothing existed, not even bottles, there was a tremendous crash in the universe, the Big Bang. And that created the elements of which everything around us is made, we too, and all things living. One of these beings, man, was pretty clever, and he started to make glass over 3,500 years ago.
Whoa, that long ago.
Yeah, but humankind took centuries before they could perfect this craft. Later, they even invented machines that helped them produce glass in large quantities.
So they can easily make 1,100 million of us?
Well, it's not that easy. First, you need the right ingredients. For example, a lot of quartz sand and a soda, and then a touch of lime and dolomite, and a bit of feldspar. That's it. And if you want to make a bottle that's so glitzy green like me, then you need metal oxides. But in real life, a saucepan is too small. The raw materials are mixed in what they call a batch house. Then they go into a furnace. There they are heated up to 1,600 degrees Celsius so they melt.
That hot?
That heat is just perfect. Far better than in this cold fridge. In any case, at the other end of the furnace, the molten glass flows out into a so-called feeder, and from there the blobs go into the glass-blowing machine. This machine turns the molten blobs into...
Yeah?
Well, you and me, for example. Either in a blow-and-blow or a press-and-blow process.
Uh-oh, this is getting complicated.
No, not really. Blow-and-blow means the blob goes into a blank mold, gets a mouth, and is then inflated from the inside. Then it's off to the final mold, where we flourish to full size and beauty. By this process, we can assume practically any shape or form imaginable.
Oh, so that's why we're all different.
Exactly. And for us bottles, the press and blow process is quite similar. Only in the blank mold, a long plunger is pressed into the glass mass. And from there, it's on again to the final mold. And after that, because of your thinner wall, you feel like a feather. It's what they call light glass.
I want to be light too.
All right. But first, let's take a look at how bottles like us get into fridges like this. The many, many bottles now cool down. Nice and slow, so there's no stress. Then, with ingenious mechanical and optical tests, they are checked for proper dimensions, cracks, inclusions, and tension. Those who live up to the high-quality standards are stacked, packaged, transported, filled, and closed. So we can be blissfully drunk up by the people. For they know... We glass bottles protect and preserve the taste and the freshness of their favorite drinks like no other container can.
Drunk up? What? Forever?
Well, I was afraid my first time too. From here on, we definitely are very special. For in the 70s, a couple of masterminds at Vetropack invented recycling. Meanwhile, the whole world is joining in. Well, almost. In any case, we're crushed.
What? Crushed?
Well, so they can sort out all the bits that don't belong to us. Doesn't hurt. And from there, it's back to the furnace, and we're made into new glass again and again. Today, you're full of mineral water. Tomorrow, you're carving out a career as a champagne bottle, and then you might be host to...
To honey!
Absolutely. And it all happens many thousands of millions of times. After all, Vetropack produces around 4.5 billion bottles every year, nearly 3 towers from here to the moon.
Now you're exaggerating a bit.
Not at all. A really nifty test tube once worked that out for me. It also told me that, thanks to glass recycling and other ideas, the packaging industry was able to reduce emissions by 3/4 in the last 25 years. And as Vetropack mixes around 60% recycling glass into their production, they need about 20% less energy to make us. That would light up a major city for a full 3 months.
Ooh, that's pretty. But you're sure they'll bring me back after drinking up? Really sure?
Of course. Today across Europe, already 2/3 of us are recycled. And hey, that's about 30 billion bottles a year. That's the weight of 2.699 million elephants. Plus a blue whale. says my test tube buddy.
I'd like to be a test tube once too.
Who knows? You've got what it takes. You see, glass will always be glass, even after umpteen life cycles.
Right, then I want to be a honey glass first, and then full of sweet lemonade, and a a champagne bottle,
Shh,
and
I think someone's coming.
So this time, take me.